Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to another episode of Geeking and Drinking. This is episode 40. And yeah, that pretty much says it all. Let's do it. All right. Hey guys, what's going on? Eddie here from Geeking and Drinking, and I'm joined always by my brother
Steven.
And we are still in the midst of quarantine, whatever you want to call it. We're obviously not practicing social distancing, but it's okay. We're brothers. Yeah. We're brothers. Hey guys, welcome. Like I said, episode 40 of Geeking and Drinking, and 40 episodes. And we got a pretty exciting episode because we have a lot of beer to feature today. We have a couple of things we want to talk about here and there. A couple of TV shows, some movies. I guess I don't know, but I think majority of this show today is going to be mainly about the beers. And we're just going to be shooting the shit. I mean, because there's not really much going on. I mean, we're still, like I said, still on lockdown or wherever you're at.
I think I got a few things to say, but you know what? I feel I need something to calm me a little bit, so let's get cracking on some beers. We don't have them here right now, but you know what? I'm going to bust them out right now. Here we go. Bam!
Primarily today's show is going to be featuring a lot of sours.
Because I feel real sour right now.
A lot of sours. Some different breweries. The one we have in front of us isn't necessarily a Texas brewery from Oklahoma. Prairie Artisan Ales. Prairie Artisan Ale, like I said, from Oklahoma. And this is a Rainbow Sherbet Sour Ale. So, I mean, that pretty much says it all. I've seen this before, and I've always wanted to buy it, but ever since I saw it after that first time, I have yet to find it again. And you found it.
Oh, where I found it, I had a whole bunch of them.
Yeah?
Whole bunch of them. So
I'm super just interested. I mean, I've been...
So, what, okay, so I know you've been looking for it. You've seen it before. What, Rainbow Sherbet, enlightened us on this. Like, it's based off of what, ice cream?
Yeah, like the sherbet, that bright, I guess neon colors sherbet ice cream, the different flavors. I did find some information because I went to the website and I unfortunately couldn't find much information on the beer. So I'm getting this from craftbeerkings.com. It's just a small description. It says summer forward sour ale with a raspberry, pineapple, and orange.
Raspberry, pineapple, orange.
So like I said, that's from
that's interesting.
That's from a third party site. So I mean, we'll see how true that is. But I mean, it's Rainbow Sherbet. It's a sour beer. I'm just super interested to see how it's gonna taste.
Ooh.
Looks pretty good. Man. Smells, I can smell the orange.
I can definitely smell the pineapple.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready. Oh, yeah. Initial thoughts? It is a sour. That's first and foremost. It's a sour. Yeah, you feel your little cheekbones clenching up.
It's interesting, very interesting.
I could taste I could taste all those notes.
I definitely smell the pineapple and the orange in it, but when you upon drinking it, definitely taste the raspberry.
Yeah.
In it, and I think the raspberry gives it that real good kick of a sourness, and then plus you got the citrus mixed in there with it. So, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie though. I was expecting a little bit more, but it's good. It's definitely good.
For a sour, because actually, I mean, I was kind of with you at first. I'm like, that's it, but I'm like, it is a sour beer, so.
And plus, for me being ice cream, I was kind of expecting it to be kind of like the dreamsicle from Buffalo Bayou.
Oh, okay.
But that's not sour. That's a blonde ale with the dreamsicle. With
yeah,
it's a cream ale.
Yeah, with vanilla and orange.
Yeah. I'm so glad you introduced me to that beer. That beer is amazing. I love that beer.
And this one's good too. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. I don't know what it's been lately. I've been on a sour beer binge lately. I said majority of the show is gonna be sour beer, and it's always sour, but with raspberries. Like first, I guess the first one started was that raspberry saison we got from Back on Turn. If you haven't seen the episode, check it out. And then later on in the show, we're gonna have 2 other beers that also are brewed with raspberry, or have that raspberry taste to it. So
it's gonna be a sour raspberry type of show.
Yeah, yeah.
Love raspberries.
Love sours. Love beer. It's good.
So apparently we're still under this whole quarantine bow stuff. How's everything going with you?
At first,
he needs to get the sourness. Then
at first I didn't mind it so much, and I would hear people complain about, I miss my friends. And I'm just like, it's not that serious. Calm down. Just stay inside. You'll be all right. But last week I found myself just losing my mind. Like I was at home. I was just like, nothing to watch on TV. Like I'm pacing around my apartment. And then me and my son went out for a walk for a little while. I'm just like, I gotta get outside. Like I was really losing my shit for a while. I'm like, man, I think it's starting to get to me. But fortunately, I am still working, so that's okay. But even then, work is slow because I work, generally in our downtown area, and there's nothing open downtown, so there's nothing for me to do. But it's been going okay. It's been going fine. I do miss our friends. I miss hanging out at Alamo, stuff like that. But other than that, so I've been drinking a lot of beer. That's one thing I've noticed. I know right now breweries are struggling, and they're doing everything they can to stay afloat. So I'm really capitalizing on that for some reason. I'm just ordering beers to go from different breweries. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to friend of the show, Busted Sando, pick up 6-pack of one of their beers. Obviously you follow us on Instagram. Be posting about it. So, but
it's funny that you bring that up. That you've been drinking a lot of beers lately. I've been doing the same thing. Been drinking a lot of beers. Been going to Alamo and picking up some cases of beers and stuff like that. And today, my wife and I were just talking about some of our friends that have been posting on social media saying because this whole thing, I haven't been drinking that much. I've only been drinking once a week, and I've been losing all this weight. And me and my wife were like, "Damn."
Gotta switch to the light. Apparently, beers. Alcohol sales have been going up, since all this is happening. Which I guess that's one thing. I don't know, but and you, I know how you doing.
Oh, dude, I'm going crazy already. Unfortunately for me, I didn't really lose my job. I took the furlough from work just because of our son that, since school's out indefinitely now, I was taking him to work with me, and it just wasn't working out with him trying to do his online courses and me working all the noise there. So I decided to take the furlough, and I'm kind of regretting it. I just can't stay. I just can't.
Just lose my mind.
Lose my mind. See the same 5 rooms every day.
You're just
it's twitching.
Yeah, at least in a small apartment.
Oh god.
with a crazy little dog that runs around.
I mean, at least I could go outside to our backyard and
stare at the grass. Look at the leaves. Sophia.
Look at this blowing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I do like coming over here. Having beers with you. Talking about movies. Especially when we get in front of the camera. Which I have a bone to pick with all you guys out there. All right, bone to pick right now. I'm gonna do a little venting. All right, I know Steven's gonna vent about something later. I'm gonna vent about something right now. Okay. We love this show. We
do our best. We try to do what we can.
Yeah, we do our best. And I know this guy over here.
We may not be funny, but I
know this guy over here works. He edits. He puts these episodes together, which are real fun. We put them out there for you guys. So why aren't you listening?
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, what's up with that?
Huh? Where you at? Huh?
No, but I know you ain't going nowhere.
I know you're home. I called and I drove by your house. The lights on. No, but
oh, I had to remind myself what the rainbow sherbet ice cream looked like.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. It's good. It's good. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Obviously. No, but like, I'm not gonna lie. You know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck?
With anything, you know, like it's one of those things like, oh, you know, I go back and look, you know, see, you know, how it's doing. Last episode,
I know you on your YouTubes.
You know, wasn't doing so well. You know, there are people who watch it, you know, people who listen to it, which, you know, thank you. If you are listening and watching, thank you so much. You know, we appreciate your support. And no, don't worry, we're not going nowhere.
I ain't for sure.
I'm more of the thought of, you know, I'm just gonna do this for myself. You know, I like coming out here, I like doing this. I actually get joy out of it, and if people watch. And, you know, if they don't, fine. You know, but it's always going to be there for you to watch. You want to watch. Speaking of which, not only can you find us on YouTube, obviously our YouTube channel, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But we are also back on audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You could download the Anchor app, which is where we're primarily, you know, distributed at. If you listen to the show, you heard the ad at the beginning of the show, you know, and we want you guys to listen on audio. If I know sitting in front of a TV for an hour watching a video isn't always ideal for most people. But
just do what I do. Just put it on and just listen like throughout the house. I got a big old speaker connected to my TV.
Yeah, just put it on. You know, and it's even easier now. You just search us on Spotify. I will provide links in the description like I used to before, but now it's different links. So it's going to be, I'll provide all the links to all those platforms you can listen to us on, and just share it. Share it. You know, the more listens we get, the more downloads, the more you guys helping us out. The sponsors see that, they help us out, and it'll be awesome just to to capitalize on that. We would love nothing more than to just do these episodes and have someone actually out there listening and just kind of like escaping from all this whatever nonsense that's going on in the world. Like crack open a beer, and enjoy a beer with us while we're talking about much nothing.
Yeah, just imagine like we were all just here chilling together, drinking beers.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, but I said, we
always try to provide different variety of beers. Something either maybe you guys have already tried, maybe you guys haven't tried.
Have we had a sour in the show? We had the
Haterade,
the Cosmic Butterfly.
Cosmic Butterfly.
Yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, we have Blue Owl.
Blue Owl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean. But yeah, like like I keep saying, this is gonna be a sour episode, a sour heavy episode. But yeah, I mean, we're not going nowhere.
But these are gonna be the first, I think, sours that actually had some type of flavor to it. Obviously, this is the Rainbow Sherbet flavor. Yeah. Not just like a regular Ghost or a regular sour.
Or a Bird and Weisse.
Yeah. So.
Couple of hints of what we're gonna be drinking pretty soon. But yeah, guys, and aside from supporting us, however you feel you can, whether it be listening through YouTube or listening on audio. Some people that really need your support out there are local businesses. Obviously with all this stuff going on right now, a lot of stuff is closed, and I know there are talks of reopening this. Places as early as early from the time of this recording as next Friday, which isn't the best idea, but that's neither here and there. But yes, these small, local businesses need your support. Love your support. So if you aren't buying local or shopping local, whether it be beer, food, or whatever, do it. Shop local. Get your for those of us who live in South Texas, your breakfast tacos. Your favorite mom and pop shop that have good tacos, good breakfast, good food. Support them. Like Tommy's, we get tacos from Tommy's, a lot, so, and of course we buy our beer, from, Alamo, Busted Sando, Roadmap, Black Lab, all these breweries, so,
Back on Turn.
Yeah, Back on
Dos
Turn.
Serenos,
so yeah.
Kunstler.
Yeah, so I mean, however you can support, your community, I know, one of our followers on Instagram, she did a 24-hour ride to raise money for the food bank, which I think they surpassed their goal. The goal was, I think, $1,000. They ended up raising like $5,000, which is pretty awesome. And then also, I know at the time of this recording, next Sorry, let me get the information.
I think Roadmap even had some type of fundraiser for the food bank, and I think they met their goal.
Yes. And then on Saturday, April 25th, our friends at Viva Brewery are going to have a fundraiser for the COVID-19 relief. $8 growler pickup at the Essex Modern City. It's in the South downtown area. You know
what
that
is it?
You know that the Essex those murals. Those
oh
murals?
yes. It's
right near Freetail.
That street.
Cherry.
It's Cherry, but I forget that
Essex.
connecting street. Yeah, Essex. Yeah. Cherry and Essex.
Yeah, Cherry and Essex.
It's a little art. It's got a whole bunch of spray,
murals.
Murals of spray paints and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They got one of Aaliyah. I believe that's who.
Ashanti.
Ashanti?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Aaliyah.
I don't know. It might have been. Aren't they the same person? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I said, our friends at Viva, they're local, local San Antonio guys who brew their own beer. You can find their beer at HEB. They have a blonde, a Mexican lager, which is delicious. They also have
yet to try the
IPA.
other two. Well, no, the Mexican lager I haven't tried.
Yeah, so like I said, on Saturday, April 25th, they're gonna be selling $8 growlers for pickup at the Essex Modern
I'm gonna
City.
tell you right now, their IPA I've had many IPAs, and I'm not a big IPA guy, but man, that one hit. That one hit good.
Yeah. you should try the Mexican lager. That one's really good. Yeah, I mean, support the guy, support the cause. All this is gonna go to helping out the SA Humane Society, the SA Food Bank. So any little.
I mean, right now, everything needs help out there. I was reading the other day, even the San Antonio Zoo is kind of hurting from all this. I mean, obviously, they need, they get funds to support the animals and keep all the animals, in the zoo and stuff like that. But with everything going on, no one's obviously no one can go to the zoo.
Yeah.
So they're asking for donations as well.
Mm-hmm.
So and I know before all this was going on, they were also in the middle of doing a lot of renovations to the zoo. So go out and just support all these companies, all these like you said, even local companies, local breweries, everything. It's kind of an unfortunate, thing that's going on this year, but
yeah, we'll get through it. We always do. And also one last plug-in, before we officially kick off the show. Our boy Slim's Inc., Josh, selling his own merch. Got myself a shirt.
No, I got a Venom shirt on.
Got myself a shirt. Slim's Inc. got some koozies. And selling them. I think right now he's primarily selling his merch through his Instagram. But if you'd like to look at his portfolio, set up and book your appointment for for your next tattoo, go to www.slimsinc.com. Link will be down below. Click it, and check it out. I mean, I know your wife got a tattoo. I know you're in talks to getting a tattoo soon. I got a tattoo, so hit him up because he does great work and he's an awesome dude. So.
Chill.
Yeah. I finally finished Hunters. I don't know if we talked about last time we were on the show.
I believe we did a little bit.
A little bit. Did
Yeah.
we? Did we? I don't know. I don't remember.
We were just kind of talking about some of the characters. How you read it in, like Ted Mosby.
Oh yeah, he's kind of annoying. He does that thing. He's all like he does a stupid thing. Like he just I don't know. I don't know how to explain. Like he's so he's so Ted in that show.
That's what I'm saying. Dude. That's what I like about it. I mean, like he's Ted, but not annoying. I need a wife, Ted. More like
I used to be famous, and it's a good show though.
I'm an architect, Ted.
Okay, well, where should we start?
I know you were saying one of your favorite characters was Al Pacino. How did you feel about the
twist?
The twist.
I hated it. I did not like it at all. I hated it. Mainly because he was my favorite character in the show. And I watched a couple of like different podcasts where they when they gave their thoughts on the finale, and spoilers. Mild spoiler. I'm not gonna give the everything away, but mild spoilers. Potential spoilers if you haven't seen Hunters on Amazon Prime. Click. I guess turn the volume down or something, or for the next 2 minutes or so. I just kind of felt like with his character twist at the end of the season, it kind of made other characters seem dumb. Like especially the grandmother who was sitting in the room with him and didn't know that it wasn't him the whole time. I'm just like, how do you not like? I know constructive surgery, whatever. But I'm just like that was just like just so over the top. And honestly, like when that whole twist happened, it lost me. I was like, oh man, F this show. Like. Whoa. I really liked it, and they just like stabbed me in the back. And then another twist happens at the very end of the show, at the very the last shot of the show, and it's a twist, and something's revealed, and I'm just like, okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm like, oh shit, like what the hell, like that was. I'm not gonna say it, but.
So okay, let me ask you another thing then. How did you feel about some of the stuff they were showing where they're like, yeah, this actually happened, kind of thing. I like they kind of exaggerate on it, but it was like it didn't happen like this, but this actually happened.
Yeah, I kind of like that because it's like it kind of highlights like how stupid and outrageous it was, but it's like it's true, So I'm just like that. I like that. It kind of gave me vibes of
like how America after World War II, America did bring in some Nazi high generals and scientists, because they.
In fear of Russia recruiting
them and beating them in certain races, especially during the Cold War,
race to the moon,
all that stuff.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Shit, I forgot. Yeah, like the whole how it kind of like was like real coy about it. Oh, this is what actually yeah, it really happened. Like that reminded me a lot of wow, what's his name? God dang it, I can't remember his name. He directed God damn, The Big Short, and the movie with Christian Bale where he plays God, I can't think. Vice? I'm so blanking right now. Yeah, Vice. Yes, he directed Vice. I forgot his director's name, but he does a lot of that, like kind of like, oh yeah, this this is so ridiculous, but yes, it actually happened.
I still haven't seen Vice, and I know it's on Hulu where I could watch it.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Adam McKay. Dude,
yeah, Adam McKay.
How do we forget Adam McKay?
Adam McKay. Come on, hey, come on.
I mean, dude, the other guys, he was the producer, and the other guys, he wrote Ant-Man.
Okay, all right. Now, next time you blank on something, I'm going to be like, how do you forget about
this?
No,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying we. How did we forget that? How did we forget it? I'm not putting it. God damn, dang, dude.
I was saying, dang. But yeah, one of the most heartbreaking scenes though was with the older couple. Like that, I love them, but man, it got me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Another thing that I watched on Amazon, The Farewell, with Awkwafina. She won the Golden Globe for Best Actress for that movie, for her role in that movie. Great movie, real sweet. It doesn't go the way you think it's going to go, which kind of is a relief. But if you like, I think it's on A24. If you like A24 movies, check it out. Awkwafina. His name? Jack Quaid. Oh, no. Huey.
Okay. No, okay, so
Huey.
To kind of go back to Hunters, one of the things I didn't like about the main character, Jonah, was in watching Hunters, it really reminded me of watching The Boys. Mm-hmm. Minus the superheroes, but kind of that goofiness,
that's the same tone.
That goofiness, that tone, kind of comic booky tone to it. But both Jonah reminded me of Huey from The Boys. Like they weren't fully in. They wanted.
They got caught up wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
kinda.
And at a certain point they wanted the revenge, and then at a certain point they're like, no, we shouldn't do this. And
that's true. Yeah, that's really true. Their character arcs are very similar in both shows.
I was just like, they were both getting on my nerves, and I guess that's where you can say I guess I liked. I can also like. I kind of did like Al Pacino's character before you find out the twist. Because he reminded me of Carl Urban's character.
Mm-hmm.
being the main boss of the crew and and stuff like that. So
Let me ask you this: we have about 5 minutes left. Let's spend that time debating. Which of the two do you think is the superior show, or not superior, but which one would you prefer? And I know it was set up. I know The Boys is already renewed, and they already shot and get their post production of season 2. I'm more than sure Hunters is going to get a second season, especially the way it ended. So.
I don't know. I'm really at a 50-50 with it because, like I said, both shows did remind me. Like they like you said, they both had the kind of the same tone, same kind of thing going for them. This group of outcasts that are trying to bring down these
higher
powers, which we can probably say like the superheroes and The Boys were kind of like the
Nazis.
the Nazi group, and getting away with stuff and doing things.
Yeah.
But obviously, different stories at that too, different time periods for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This took place. Hunters took place in the 70s, whereas The Boys is present time. They were both equally,
They both left on
violent.
Yeah, they both and also both ended on
to be honest
great
with you,
cliffhangers.
I'm gonna go with Hunters because the other thing that I really loved about the story about the show was the stories they told in between between the time period of the 70s and then the Holocaust of some of the backstories with like one of the couples from the group, the older couple, some of the backstory that they went with the grandmother being in the Holocaust camp, and then the other thing too about the how they found all the treasure that they stole from the Jewish people, and how they said like every piece has a story to it, and it was that one episode was telling the story about the ring and things. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Hunters.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I would say for me personally, I love Hunters. It hit me on an emotional level.
And pleasant thing too is I love World War II, so I'm like a World War II.
Yeah, and me too. Like I love I shouldn't say I love World War II, but
I shouldn't say that. I love World War II.
I'm a history buff for that type of stuff.
I'm a history buff for World War II.
And like I said, on an emotional level, Hunters hit me like far more than The Boys. Like with Hunters, like I actually like bawled my eyes out on a couple episodes. But as far as like pure enjoyment of the show, I'll go with The Boys because The Boys I like watched in 2 days. Hunters took me about 2 weeks to finish it.
I think it only took me a day and a half to watch Hunters.
I know. I started it. I told you watching it. You're like, oh, I'll get to it, and like I finished it. I'm like, what the fuck? But we're gonna take a quick break. Get some. We're gonna come back with some new beer, and we'll catch you on the other side of this break. Oh, and we are back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kicking and Drinking.
Oh,
There goes Steven's already pouring his beer, and it looks beautiful.
Looks like a rosé.
It does. Sorry, I'm mesmerized. And if you're wondering what he's drinking, Steve, why don't you tell the fine folks at home what you're drinking?
Damn, look at that head. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Hey.
We are drinking the Redbud strawberry raspberry. How you say that?
Berliner Weisse?
Berliner Weisse. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that again. We are drinking the Redbud strawberry raspberry Berliner Weisse style from Independence Brewing
in Austin, Texas. And we've had a version of this beer before, haven't we?
Yeah, so they actually have a couple of versions. They have the original version of it, which is just a regular Redbud, and then they have another one which is cucumber, or I'm not even gonna try to say.
I honestly don't remember the name, but it's like a green. It's the same design, just green.
Yeah.
And that one was refreshing. Like that one was
so good because it's got that cucumber in it. So good, so good.
I have not tried this one, and Steven said it is strawberry raspberry. So
dude, you could eat. It's even got some like pulp in there too, dude.
Wow.
Right.
I bet Steven's just loving this episode today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gah. Gah. Dude, that is actually fucking goddamn good. Goddamn good. Excuse my language. That's fucking good.
It tastes like the...
This is why you should need a fucking watch so you know what we're fucking drinking so you can go and fucking drink it. God damn it.
The tart for the raspberries.
It's not overpowering at all. It's really not. Like, there are some sours that where,
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is a sour. Like, don't,
where the tart... No, but someone where the tartness is, like, really, like, overwhelming. It's not that overwhelming.
No, that's good.
I definitely don't really taste that much raspberry in it.
Yeah, it's real, like it's more of like the sour and the tartness. So you get the raspberry. You don't get much of the flavor per se, but it's more like the tart side of it.
I definitely taste that strawberry in there. Dude, if my son was old enough to drink, he would love this.
See, and like usually like, cause I've been wondering, it's like, man, like why am I like so like just want to try all these sours lately? I also think it's just this time the time of the year. It's starting to become spring, which is weird because like I mean you would think, but like last couple of days here in San Antonio has been kind of cool, which is weird. But like today it's sunny, like super sunny, and
super humid out there.
Like I mean it you know, like a nice beer like this goes good if you're just sitting outside, you know, maybe by a pool if you have a pool, or, you know.
I wish I had a pool.
You know, just sit at the poolside, just drink a nice
got
sour.
a plastic one out there.
I'm down. But yeah, try it out. Independence Brewery. I mean, you can't go wrong with Independence. I've always loved Independence. They have the Austin Amber.
Austin Amber, that's like my favorite from them.
They have Stash IPA.
So I haven't tried that one.
Now that one's a pretty. It's an IPA. You know, good beer, real good beer. Check them out. Link in the description below.
Link in the description.
Well,
you know, obviously the first one we had earlier was these strawberry or these rainbow sherbets from Prairie Artisan.
Yeah, Artisan
Ales from Oklahoma, and this one was actually 5.2% alcohol, and this one's 4.9. With the Independence, and that's the thing with sours too. Sour beers,
generally not.
You know, they're more for the flavor and, like you said, the refreshness of it.
Comment below. Is that a word?
And you know, so you know, especially during hot summertime, you know, you know, having a nice good. A nice good sour is, you know, it's real refreshing to drink outside and just chill, whatever.
You know what's really sad? To think that in, 2 months, we could have been in South Padre drinking some beer.
Yeah, yep, definitely.
But we had to cancel.
So sad.
So sad. Dude,
I'm just going to do it like Scott Pilgrim.
I'm on a vent. That's
sad.
That's the second South Padre trip I had to cancel in the last 2 years. I had one planned for last year in 2019, but my car ended up breaking down, so I had to use my vacation money for a new car. So I had to cancel. And then this year, fucking Corona.
Goddamn Corona.
So
not the fucking beer, but fuck the beer too.
I don't know. I guess
Did you hear that shit that supposedly people were stopping drinking Corona because they thought that you get the Corona from drinking Corona.
Right.
It's like,
and they just made a seltzer too, like you know how all these big breweries are making seltzers.
I'm so fucking sick of these
goddamn
seltzers.
Is it time for the rant?
Oh my god, these fucking seltzers! What the hell is up with these goddamn things? It's just like, you know, okay, I've always fucking drank, you know, like the mineral waters and all that, because, you know, I always drink Topo Chicos and stuff like that. And, you know, people were like, "Ugh, no, it's gross. I just don't like carbonated water." But then all of a sudden, these fucking seltzers come out, and that's pretty much what they are, but just with fucking alcohol in them. And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, they're good." And it's like everyone's fucking making them now. You had the White Claw to make them, Truly, were the two popular ones now. Bud Light's making one, Corona's making one. Who else was making one?
I'm pretty sure Michelob is in the game too.
Yeah,
because
I wouldn't doubt it.
They're basically a seltzer.
Well, I mean, yeah, Michelob by itself is basically Michelob Ultra is basically a seltzer in itself. God damn it! And Man, I'm just getting sick and tired of this fucking. It's just a fucking trendy bullshit. Just fucking drink tonic water. I mean, tonic and vodka. God damn it, just it's fucking same thing.
Or drink a frosé,
or drink a frosé, motherfuckers.
And that was today's rant brought to you by Steven.
Oh no, that's just one of. That's just part 1 of 2. Okay. My other fucking rant is, have you fucking seen that they just came out with the fucking Saved by the fucking Bell reboot trailer?
No, I haven't seen or heard about that, honestly.
Yes, there's a reboot of Saved by the Bell.
Like different actors.
Different actors, but there is one actor that's coming out in there.
Honestly, I don't remember who actors were.
Mario Lopez.
Oh, of course.
And of course, he's the fucking PE coach or whatever. But they're fucking making another fucking Saved by the Bell show. It's like, god damn it! Like, dude,
is it like a Netflix thing or?
I think it's an NBC thing or something like that. You know, whatever it used to come out on. But
I always got Saved by the Bell and Full House confused. So in my mind, I think.
And there's like another. Another one too. The fucking Fuller House. Like, okay, you just add the ER and it's a brand new show. Like, fuck, god damn, it's the same stupid show. I mean, with the same corniness that it used to have before. I don't really know how this one's gonna play out.
So, are you more mad at the fact that they're remaking it? Are you mad at the fact that it's a different cast?
I'm mad that there's no fucking good ideas out there anymore. That they cannot come out with, you know.
Well, let me add some more fire to the fuel, my friend. Have you heard this ridiculous thing going around? I'm not sure how. I've been hearing it from the podcasts I listen to, which they get from their sources. But Robin Hood, okay?
Yes,
we've had many Robin Hood movies.
We've had the fucking Fox one, the cartoon to Disney,
which people coin as the best Robin Hood movie.
Yeah, and I'm sure I know there was many more before that.
You had Robin Hood Men in Tights,
and you had that was just a parody. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But then you had the Kevin Costner Prince of Thieves, or not Prince of Thieves. It was called something else.
I don't remember, but. Continue.
And then you had the Russell Crowe.
Then you had the Jamie Foxx
I forgot what the actor that played Robin Hood, but yeah, Jamie Foxx came out in it.
It's not Ty Sheridan. It's Elgin. I forgot his name.
Which that one was. That one didn't do.
That one looks stupid.
That one didn't do too good. I mean, of all those, the Kevin Costner probably was my favorite one. Dude, come on! You even had Bryan Adams singing a fucking Ballad of the Year during that song. It was like when Seal came out with A Kiss from a Rose for Batman Forever. You know, it's like, dude, come on.
Every time I watch that song, every time I hear that song, I'm reminds me of Nicole Kidman.
In the sheets.
And Val Kilmer's
I was just drinking.
And Val Kilmer's lips.
That leather. Dude, that was almost like a porn scene, if you think about it. He was in a leather suit. She was in sheets.
We should watch Batman Forever when this is over. But yeah, so apparently there's a project in works for Disney Plus where they're gonna remake the Robin Hood Fox movie, the animated movie, but in live action. So the same technology that was used for like Lion King.
And that's another thing too with all these live actions coming out from Disney that are just basically based off of their animated movies from the 80s and 90s.
Let me ask you, how did you really feel about Lion King? I mean, because I didn't mind it, but I know people out there who just really hate it, and I get why they hate it because it's a shot-for-shot movie.
It's a shot-for-shot movie.
And the whole thing, these photorealistic animals can't convey emotion, so that takes me out of the movie. I get that, but it's just like the emotion.
I think for me, watching it once was enough. I don't need to watch it again. But I love the animated one because that's what I grew up with. Mm-hmm. Now, if this was like the first time they ever did it, and this was like how they were doing it, then yeah, fuck yeah, I'll be fucking amazed by it. But obviously we already had a Lion King, and again, it just sucks that it kind of went shot for shot. I mean, how much more can you go with it? I mean, you really can't do too much live action. I mean, other than just that opening scene with the sun.
Yeah, which was cool. But yeah, like I've seen it twice only because my son really, really likes it, and he loves the music.
Which is kind of cool for him, you know, because and especially if my son loved it too, because it this is their Lion King in my reality. This is their Lion King.
Yeah, just like the Star Wars is out now is their Star Wars as opposed to you, who your Star Wars is original, as opposed to me, mine's the prequels.
Well, I'm kind of in between because the originals were already made, and yeah, I had already been into them, but I didn't get to see them in theaters like when they first came out. I mean, I would have loved to if I was older, but apparently whatever.
But yeah, so yeah, like I said, Disney's supposedly planning on making a live action remake to this Robin Hood thing. I'm just like, I don't care.
I'm over all this live action stuff. I don't care. I still haven't even seen Lady and the Tramp.
I know.
Even though I have Disney Plus.
Have you seen Onward?
Seen Onward. Oh, I love that shit.
It's good. I gotta finish watch it. I put it on one morning.
It was real cute, real good. I mean, even my son stopped playing his game and sat down and watched the whole thing with us, and even my wife loved it.
Yeah, I gotta sit back down and watch it.
And I think that's just the thing, though. I mean, Pixar really knows how to get at get you, emotionally. I mean, I know one of your favorites is Inside Out.
That movie crushes me. Take Roddy to the moon. Oh no!
I finally saw Up, and I mean that one. Just the beginning of that movie fucking hit me hard.
The beginning, the first 10 minutes is the movie, and it's the best part of the movie. The rest of it, I don't care. I like that.
I like the dog. The dog was funny.
The dog, that stupid chicken thing. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, Inside Out. It's that for me. And then Coco. Ugh.
Yeah, I loved Coco. I think Coco was probably one of my, definitely in my top 5. I'm not sure if I would consider it in my top 3 yet.
So
of Pixar movies.
Other than Onward, have you seen any other movies lately? New movies or movies you haven't seen before?
So with being having to stay inside and not really go out do much.
We'll get to TV in a little while. But I want to talk about movies.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We've been given the opportunity of having some movies come out earlier.
I continue. I thought of a movie that we both seen.
So one of them, I don't know if this was it, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've seen it, yeah.
I know you said you've seen it. I know you see it a while back.
Thoughts?
Dude, loved it. I was a little, not confused, but kind of wondering what's the purpose of the movie? What's the main focus? Because they were focusing on Leo's character, then they would always focus on Brad's character. And then you also had all these other characters intertwined in it, and then Margot Robbie's was kind of like a background character. I want to say. I hate to say that.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of controversy like that. Oh, he didn't give her enough lines. Yeah, people are all pissed off. But the thing is, I think that's the genius of the movie because that's the way it's supposed to feel. It's a story. Once upon a time in Hollywood, this was what was going on. And yeah, he does change it up.
I thought it was kind of. I don't know how you would say it. Kind of cool that she went to go see her own movie.
Yeah.
My wife was like, when they told her, it's 75 cents, and she's like, well, what if I'm in the movie? And I was like, what? You don't want to pay for your own movie?
Right.
It's only 75 cents. But
what do you think of the performances with?
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna get to that. So, upon that, I really liked the movie. It really didn't get to. How do you say it? Tarantino-ness until the very fucking end of the movie. I was oh my God.
And then when it went Tarantino, it went Tarantino.
I was like, this is fucking Tarantino right here. Yeah. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, yes. I was like, yes. I was like.
I mean, just the way, too, that, he was smashing that redhead. I was like, oh my God. Spoiler, sorry.
Yeah, I like... Stuff like that, when certain stuff like that is in his movies, it's so brutal. But I'm just like, oh, it's so good.
And I should have seen it. I should have seen it when they showed Leo with the torch in the movie, the Nazi movie. Yeah. I should have seen that coming.
See, but just in Glorious Bastards, one of the scenes that always got me, but I'm just like, I can't look away. was with the bear Jew, and he smashes. He's just beating that guy's head. It's just bouncing. I'm like, that's so brutal, but I can't look away. Like it's so good. Or even like even like in I can't even think about it right now. I'm trying to think of a scene from Django where there's like a real brutal scene. But this, like almost every movie there's always a brutal scene, and it's just like I can't look away. Like he's good at it. Like I like the movie. I do think Brad Pitt was well deserved of his.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oscar
I
win.
really do see why Brad Pitt won supporting actor. I mean, he did a really good job. Not to take anything away also from Leonardo, but I mean, I just kinda,
honestly, I think Leo enhanced his performance.
I kind of didn't really like it. He was too much of a
crybaby
bitch. Yeah. But he did a real good job. I couldn't help but laugh at the part where he goes into the trailer like, God fucking damn it, you fucked up your fucking line. You gotta fucking stop drinking, or I'm gonna fucking shoot your brains out. I was like, holy shit! I was like, what the hell's going on? I just thought that was probably like the best performance he put in that whole movie was when he did that.
He's just like, breaking down the trailer.
That was fucking hilarious. That part and then the ending.
Yeah. I like how the end, spoiler, like the ending, like Sharon Tate's like, what happened? Like, oh, bitch, like, you know, yeah. Sorry, I mean, I didn't call her a bitch, but just like, oh, like, shit, like, but yeah, like, it's, you know, I like that movie.
I was real nervous for Brad Pitt's character 2 times. When he went to the Spawn Ranch. Mm-hmm. And then at the end when they broke into the house.
Oh yeah. Oh, the dog.
Oh god.
Like just like this screaming, like, oh, it's so brutal, it's so good. We should watch it again after we watch it.
Yeah, I would definitely
after we watch Batman Forever.
We're just gonna skip to that scene and then
right.
And probably listen to the CO song a couple of times.
Yeah. After a few more sours. No, but a movie we both saw, Invisible Man.
Oh yeah.
Which was really good.
I was actually impressed by it. Usually my wife always suggests a lot of movies to me, and I always turn her down.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, that's dumb. Like when she wanted to watch it, they goes, well, we'll see it's in there. And I was like, no, that looks stupid. Have you seen it? No, but it just gets dumb.
Hey, but we watched it. It was a good movie.
I'm sorry though, but yes, one of the ones she's always wanted to watch is, or when she saw the trailer for it was Invisible Man, and that one was actually pretty damn good. I was really surprised by it.
I don't really.
I was impressed. I
don't really necessarily remember what happened, but I remember watching it because we were drinking that day. So, I mean, we're always drinking.
Well, we're always drinking. But
it was a good movie, though. I liked it.
I was just still a little confused on the plot twist. Kind of, I guess you can say it was a little plot twist, but I mean, because the way they started off and then the way they were trying to kind of went towards the end. You know, I was just kind of a little confused. Like, so what happened? But it was good. I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was so funny though. It was like how we were kind of like joking around with it. Like, this is probably one of the easiest performances that anyone can do.
Oh yeah, like the easiest special effect. Like I just did not go to work and got paid.
Which was the guy from The Haunting of Hill House, the brother.
The brother Luke. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, surprisingly, I haven't really seen much movies during this quarantine. I've been I started rewatching Silicon Valley.
I love that show.
Yeah,
it's one of my wife's favorite shows.
Good. Jing Yang. This is Eric Bachman from the future. I'm sad and dead alone.
That's so fat.
So stupid. He's all there was one where he's all like he goes he's talking to Richard. It's Ehrlich and Richard, and Ehrlich's on the phone with somebody, and Richard's like, "Who are you talking to?" Oh, nothing. It was Jing Yang. Crank. He told me to tell you that Philip McCrevis is looking for you. And then Richard's like, "Who's Philip? Oh." I Just like it's so like it's such like a small like line and like a subtle scene, but it's so funny. He's like, "Oh, who's Philip Mike?" Oh, he's just like, "Oh," just so stupid. He's fucking Dinesh. I'm Denzel. I'm Pakistani Denzel, and he video chats with the girl. And then when the image like gets better, she like looks at him like, "Oh."
Oh.
My boyfriend's calling me.
I think my favorite character was Martin Starr.
Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle. The atheist.
Not only Guilfoyle, but also
Zach Woods.
Jared.
Yeah, Zach Woods. Jared.
This guy fucks.
Where are you now?
I'm on season 4, episode 2, where Richard quits the company to pursue doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dinesh, the CEO, is CEO Piper for like short period of time.
Have you gone to the part where they're going to look for that guy that does the video games?
No, not yet.
Oh,
no.
okay. Oh, dude,
No.
there's a funny ass part when Jared and Dinesh go and look for that guy. It's fucking hilarious.
No, but I'm gonna finish because right now, and if you don't know, the one person watching, no, I'm just kidding. No, if you don't know, for those of you who are listening, right now HBO, if you download HBO Now, the app, there are certain movies and more shows like HBO original content, like Big Little Lies, Silicon Valley, Succession, True Blood.
What about The Outsider?
Ballers. No, not Outsider.
That was a good show.
Ballers
really good show.
and Barry. Those are all free to stream with no subscription. So like you don't even need to sign in. All you do is download the HBO Now app and then you just go. It's free to stream. Kind
of think of it like Spotify. You just download Spotify and you instead of signing up, or like Pandora, instead of signing up, you just use the free stuff of thing. It's the same thing with HBO Now.
Yeah, so like and they're free. Like there's no ads or anything. Like you just watch it for free. So I just been binging Silicon Valley because it's a funny show. Another show I started watching on Netflix. Sorry, it's a new show, Netflix original from the creators of The League, one of our favorite shows, which is it's called Bruise Bros or Bruise Brothers, and it's a funny show. I like it. It kind of lost me after a while, and I haven't gone back to it, but it's a funny show.
God damn it! I already finished it.
You did? Yeah, I gotta watch it. Like, it gets a little crazy. It gets a little batshit crazy, but like there's still some funny parts.
It's stupid. I think they could have done a little bit better. It could have been a lot funnier. In my opinion, it was funny for what it was, especially the first 2 episodes. But
the first episodes were hilarious.
But after a while, it was starting to kind of lose me a little bit. But I just it's only 8 episodes, 30 minutes, like about 30 minutes long, and I finished it. There was a couple some of the other episodes that were pretty funny, but I really do hope if they do come out with the second season that they really come out like fucking just balls out, dude.
I can't remember. Like I remember the first season of The League was a little weird, and it wasn't until like season 2 or 3 when they really found their So I'm hoping
found their
Yeah. So I'm really hoping like this show does the same thing. Like they take some little watch.
And that's what I'm hoping, because the way it ended too, I'm really hoping that they're gonna go fucking balls out with it.
Yeah.
But
it's just for me, like I like watching a show about these brothers that brew beer and like they're
definitely got a lot of new faces in it. One of the familiars, he doesn't come out in the whole show, but
Steve Renazizi.
Yes, he came out in The League. Yeah. He comes out in like a few episodes, definitely the first one. And then the main character, one of the main brothers, he was one of the guards on Orange Is the New Black. So just in case if he ever looks familiar, that's where he's from.
Roxy, that's probably where you recognize him from, because you watch Orange New Black, right? Yeah, you probably recognize him from that show.
It's our studio audience back there.
Yeah, studio audience. Sorry. Steven said that. I'm like, oh, because she was all like, he looks familiar. I'm like, I don't know who he is.
But pretty much everybody else in the show is pretty much brand new. They do bring in some familiar faces that make some little cameos and stuff like that. But I mean, again, I really do. If they do come out with the second season, I really do. I hope they just come out just fucking balls out, fucking blazing, joke. If you kind of like those kind of like jerk off comedy shows, especially if you ever seen the League. I mean, that's pretty much what the League was.
Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the best parts of the League, like, are like a lot of the best parts of the League, like the funniest moments. I could see little hints of that here, but it's not like the full extent the League was. Like, I don't know, like the League was just funny. Plus, like the characters were so like just funny. Like this one, like then like I forget his name, Chewie.
Yeah, I think that's what his name was.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. he's just so stupid.
Wait till you get to the episode with the monks. That fucking episode was fucking hilarious.
Where they come visit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where it kind of lost me because that one monk just stays behind.
Yeah.
And he's just like partying it up. Like it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I know it's a good show. Bruise Brothers on Netflix. Check it out. If you're not checking out our show,
one of the other things I like too is there's two guys in the show too that are also familiar. They're the founders, so they just
the
fucking
Founders Club, and they're all skinny.
They just they're the two guys where they're the founders and they're big guys, and they're like, don't you ever guys do anything we used to till we became founders? Or they're like yeah, I used to be fit till I started drinking.
They're pictures of when they first became founders of them. They're all skinny.
Yeah.
And now they're all just like big and. Hey, you guys want to lock up? Yeah. We've locked up before.
Well, the big guy with the beard,
Randy. Randy from Love.
And then he's kind of had like some cameos and well, not cameos, but like small parts in other shows stuff too. So, but looks like you're gonna need another refill. We got another beer that we're gonna feature. So we're gonna take another break and be right back.
And we're back. What's going on, guys?
That was a long time.
Yeah. All right. We are back. We're here.
We're back.
We're back. Got some more beer.
We are back.
We're back. Guess who's back?
With
With more beer. And we're continuing on this sour
Steven
train.
And Eddie are back.
Continuing on this sour train. And now we have a beer from right here in our backyard. Right here, right next door to where you work. From Roadmap Brewing. This is Raspberry Squeeze.
Damn, look at that too, man.
Yeah. It's a 6.1% fruited Kettle sour. Raspberry lemonade sour is what it says on the can.
Oh.
You pour the whole beer?
Bam. That shit.
That's a glass really full? I don't know. I have tried this already. Full disclosure. And it's amazing. It's so good. What do you think? Sorry, here's a noise in the background. It's our kids. They don't know how to keep quiet.
It's because of our dog Jax.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yes, this is, like I said, from Roadmap. I got this beer to go. Go to the website, and you could, you could place your order online. You could even drive up to the curb. They'll come out to your car, take your order, and bring your beers right out to you. Didn't take but 5 minutes. I drove up. They're like, they already knew me. Eddie? They're Eddie? All right. Cool.
You're like Norm over there now?
Eddie! Yeah, well, it was Sid. So she was all like, oh, hey, how you doing? I got your beer. Cool. Sweet. Shout out to Sid. Shout out to Dustin for making a great beer. But yeah, try it out because it's. What do you think? Thoughts?
Definitely could taste the
Raspberry.
raspberryness in it. It's definitely got an acquired taste to it. It's not as sour as the first two that we were drinking, which is the Rainbow Sherbet and the Redbud Strawberry Raspberry. It's definitely got some sourness to it.
The color is just...
The color is really good. It's real interesting.
I know the can says 6.1, but on the Instagram says 6.2. But either way, I mean,
potato.
Yeah. But yeah, like Roadmap has one of my favorite beers ever, which is Professor Plum.
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say that definitely know Professor Plum.
You had that last time, right?
Yeah. That one's definitely one of my favorites from there.
The Plum.
It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Good, really good, really good. Yeah, so we know.
I guess definitely starting to get the hint of lemoniness in it.
Yeah, at the end, right? Yeah.
I think that's what that aftertaste is.
60. Yeah.
It was that aftertaste was really confusing me.
Yeah. At first, right?
What is that? What is that?
Right,
What are you doing to my taste buds? They don't like it.
So yeah, so this show, just drinking beer. If you're listening, awesome. Thank you for joining us. We hope you're enjoying everything you listen to.
We appreciate it.
If you're not, then you probably should be.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you. But no, if you're not, maybe you're having trouble finding the episode. Why don't you just go to YouTube, in the search bar, type in geeking and drinking, and we should pop up. Or maybe you want to go on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, maybe Google Podcasts, or maybe you have the Anchor app downloaded onto your phone. Just simply search geeking and drinking. And and I also add a podcast at the end of that.
Yeah, podcast.
Geeking and Drinking Podcast, and that's where you'll find us. All the episodes are on audio, and if you leave a nice comment or some stars, it will really help us out. Because the ads will see that, and they will give us money, and we like money.
We like it, especially that I'm not working right now.
We've made a whopping 32 cents so far.
I need those 32 cents.
But yeah, so go download it, go stream it. If you're on Apple Podcasts, give it a nice little review. Whether it be good or be bad, it's fine. We just like reviews in general.
And if it's bad, fuck you guys. You're not the one doing this.
Right. But yes, so that's how you find it. If for those of you who aren't listening and you need help finding it, that's where you go. That's where you go find it. And go do that right now. We'll wait. We'll wait.
So anyways.
Yeah. Okay, I'm tired of waiting. Bit's over.
Yes.
So, what else have you been watching?
As far as movies goes, like I said, since having to stay in and just kind of finding stuff to watch, watch a couple of Netflix movies the other day, which were actually pretty entertaining, really good.
Which one?
I saw the new Mark Wahlberg and Winston Duke combo, Spencer Confidential.
I watched that. I could not, for the life of me, tell you what the hell happened in that movie because I watched it, but I remember I was like in and out of sleep because I was like I worked that night and I was just watching it. It was fine, but
it's entertaining. It's really, I mean, when I say things are really good, I'm not saying like, oh, it's like Oscar worthy. I'm saying like it's really good as far as like if you really love like those, kind of action movies, kind of
If you like your movies with Mark Wahlberg saving the day.
Yeah, taking off his shirt. Wait, did he take off his shirt? He might have taken off his shirt.
If not, we could find a movie that he does.
If not, you could definitely watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Brad Pitt definitely takes off his shirt.
Yeah, yeah he does. Want him that Oscar, he did.
Yeah, it did. And we ain't gay. We just, appreciate the male anatomy. That's just what it is.
Right. Is that gay?
Is that gay? But anyways, yeah, so it was actually pretty good. One of the big deals about that was that Post Malone was was in it, but he was in it like
he made his acting debut.
He made his acting debut in it, like for like definitely. I would say like his runtime was about like 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, definitely Oscar worthy.
But he was actually not that bad considering that he didn't really have a lot of lines. But other than that, the movie itself was really good. It was really entertaining. I mean, it's real cliche, but like I said, if you're into those type of movies, I would suggest that. Another one that we saw that I really thought is what Good Boys should have been was Coffee and Cream with Ed Helms.
Never heard of it.
It's a funny movie. He's a cop that's dating this kid's mom, and like the mom sets up where, can you pick up my son kind of thing, and then they get into these little antics kind of thing. Like I said, that one was real cheesy, especially the way it all went, but it was fucking hilarious. Bless you. And the reason why I say the way it should have been the way that Good Boys should have been is because a lot of the stuff that the little boy was saying, he was a fifth grader, which is what the boys in Good Boys were they were fifth graders. Dude, he was just saying a lot of shit that was just fucking hilarious. Things that he was telling Ed Helms was just like, oh my god, dude. So I really, I mean, as far as a comedy standpoint, it was hilarious. Movie itself was fucking cheesy as fuck, but it was entertaining for what it was.
I was real disappointed with Good Boys.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
I thought it was gonna be like super funny, and I was like,
and that's what I said. Like, if you see this movie, just the beginning of it in itself, it starts kind of losing you in the middle of it, but the beginning itself, it's what I was hoping that Good Boys should have been. And one of the kids that came out in Good Boys, not one of the main three, but one of the other characters came out in this movie too.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So he was the kid that was that would always talk shit to him. Like, well, so and so drank 3 sips of beer.
3 sips of beer. That's probably the only part, like them being kids, like, oh, 3 sips of beer. Like, that's probably the only part. Everything else just like it was just uncomfortable. I was like, this is weird. I don't like this.
Yeah,
like
it was freaking weird as fuck.
But
yeah, those 2 movies I saw, other than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that's what I've seen. Other than TV shows, I'm constantly watching TV.
Guys, if you aren't watching, Lego Masters, then you do yourself a favor. The last week's episode was a Star Wars episode where they had to recreate classic scenes from the Star Wars saga using nothing but Legos, and pretty cool. I like this. I really like the show, and I love Will Arnett, but he is annoying in that show. Like he's trying to do this.
Will Arnett was annoying in that show.
He is annoying in that show.
Not like though he's annoying in a lot of his other movies.
Like he's just trying to do this shtick of like that Batman. I'm just like, okay, like, babe. That's funny. That shit. Babe, no, babe. For those who don't know, that's some hot rod. But yeah, like he does this shtick, and it's just like go away, like god damn it, like. But it
actually, one of the shows that I really find him funny in is his show. BoJack Horseman. That show is freaking hilarious.
I've never seen it.
It's already I think they're in their last season of it, but it's fucking funny. It's on Netflix also, so
yeah.
There you go. Another thing to watch.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon, obviously.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you're not watching Lego Masters, go watch it. The finale, I think, is this past week, so I'm gonna go home and watch that. Gonna be a wild night.
Wild Lego night.
Gonna take off my belt. Take my shoes
off.
Whoa,
grow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just let loose, And
I don't need to know that.
6 feet away from other people. Wear a mask, whatever. And then another show we've always loved in this, me and you, and I've seen the movie. I don't know what the hell you're doing. I have not seen it. You're here at home. All it takes is a simple download on Amazon or
gotta pay for
Voodoo.
it.
Just it's worth it. What We Do in the Shadows, season 2 dropped, and I remember you texted me like 2 days ago. You're like, I'm already 2-3 episodes deep.
Two, because I think the first night they premiered, they did a 2-episode premiere.
Okay, so yeah, 2 episodes in, and you're like, you gotta watch. It's funny. I'm like, all right, well, I didn't even know it was out yet. I knew they were coming out with one. Season 2,
because we barely got almost 2 weeks ago or a week ago, we barely saw the the trailer for season 2.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I didn't know it dropped yet, and you told me that it came out. So before I literally before I came here, I watched the first episode, and it's just like they didn't skip a beat. Like they're still, it's still going. The first episode was funny. Was it memorable? No. But I'm going. I said after I watch Lego Masters, go watch episode 2, and I'm gonna continue on from there because the first season was hilarious. Like probably one of the funniest seasons of TV I ever seen in a long time. The movie, I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You have to watch the movie because not only are those 3 vampires on the show funny, you haven't seen nothing till you see Taika Waititi as a vampire. Like it's just the funniest thing in the world.
Well, he kind of reprised his role.
Yes, but it's just like you can get a glimpse of it. Like it's so funny. Like you gotta watch it. But yes, season 2, episode 1, I've seen it. And it's hilarious. If you guys aren't watching What We Do in the Shadows, I really, really highly suggest checking it out. It's on Hulu. Go to Hulu. If you have Hulu, you can stream the whole first season.
It's on Hulu, or if you have YouTube TV, it's on YouTube TV. I'm sure it's on other TV streaming like Sling and all that. But
yeah,
I have Hulu and YouTube TV, so I watch it.
Mr. Big Shot over here. This YouTube TVs.
Tubes.
The tubes.
Topher!
Fucking 6 cents kid. So,
what have you watched any fucking movies? What the hell are you?
I haven't seen any movies lately. I mean, I remember one night we were here. I think it was the night we watched Invisible Man. We ended up going home, and I was like, I think I'm off tomorrow. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I ended up watching World War Z. I'm like, quarantine movie. I'm watch World War Z, and I'm just like, I fucking love this movie. Then I watched Day After Tomorrow. I don't know. I just been revisiting old movies. I haven't really watched any new movies lately. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched any new movies. I just been watching Silicon Valley for the past couple of days. I am looking forward to when it's available to rent. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna rent it. The Gentleman. Guy Ritchie's newest film, which we have an idea. Stay tuned. Hopefully next episode, we're gonna me and Steve from between then and now, we're gonna watch The Gentleman. We're gonna come back for a very sophisticated show, talking about The Gentleman. And we're going to come at you with a different type of beverage on that show. So stay tuned.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We try really hard to do it, but we'll see how that turns out. And that, honestly, if we do pull it off, if we do get everything we have to get, that's going to be a pretty fun episode that you guys are not going to want to miss. A lot of hijinks are going to unfold in that show. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what Steven's doing, trying to fill the dead air here.
Yeah. No. So and if you, for your one viewer that's watching, if you want to, leave a comment and let me know about this too. So I had asked you during our break, what was the reason behind the when The Last Jedi came out? The reason behind Star Wars being in red, because the first 7.
Yellow.
Were all in yellow.
Force Awakens is yellow.
Yeah, and that was the last one that was in yellow because Last Jedi was in red and Rise of Skywalker was in blue. And there's a reason why I'm asking this, and I know there was a reason. I know we talked about it one time, and I couldn't remember. Is it because of that there was going to be a possible death or something like that, or because obviously we know that Luke Skywalker sacrificed himself. So he obviously died and became a Force ghost.
See, I wish I had an answer, and the only answer I can think in my head is not accurate. And the answer is because, Last Jedi, with the red font, Kylo Ren destroys his helmet. Remember that?
Yeah,
he destroys his helmet. Thing in the show or in the movie. Rise of Skywalker sees him repair that helmet, the helmet's repaired and the cracks are all filled in with this red kind of like outline. That's based off Japanese culture. Whenever like something needs to be uh, mended together after being broken, it's mended with gold. So it's like don't forget, kind of like don't forget the past, But it's like that was the meaning of the whole red thing. That doesn't answer the whole thing you're talking about. I just thought that was a pretty cool, interesting piece of trivia. But I don't remember. Honestly, don't remember. I don't remember what we discussed about that. I know there was one time where we talked about it. I just don't remember what it was. I feel like you have something to say.
Because for those of y'all who've been keeping up with it, the Clone Wars on Disney Plus the last season, season 7,
which I hear is.
Oh, dude, no, it's good. The first 3 episodes were amazing. I can see the because when they finally reveal Ahsoka, she's not. She kind of has like her own little adventure for like 3 or 4 episodes, which doesn't see where she's not in the Clone Wars, because obviously if you ever pay attention, if you ever watched the Clone Wars, she was she left the Jedi Order to pursue her own thing, and when she comes back, she obviously is with not the Jedi Order, so she's kind of like surviving on her own kind of thing. Runs into a couple of new characters, and they kind of have their own little adventure where at some point it does lead into the Clone War and reveals another foe, Maul, and his what was it?
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, his gang, and it reveals I forget her name, the character's name, but the Mandalorian that was once a Night Watcher, which Night Watch is nothing anymore. And anyway, so this last episode that came out this past the latest one that just came out, Disney kind of did the same thing that they did with Rise of Skywalker. They did the red lettering again, Star Wars, Clone Wars, but in red letters. It's never been in red letters either. It's always been the traditional yellow. So that's why I was asking, like, what was the whole point of the red? Because I feel like there's also a point for this one to be red too. I just really don't know yet. One of the other things with this one was that it started off way differently than what the way the Clone Wars usually starts off, and it's a part 1 of, I guess, I don't know how many parts yet, but it's a part 1, and it was a lot. It was the runtime was a little longer than usual. The usual runtime for the shows is like about 22 minutes. I think one of the longest ones was 25. This one was pretty much almost 30, a full 30 minutes.
So you think there's some sort of like correlation between Last Jedi, and...
Well, really not that much, but maybe they're using the red lettering for a symbol of something, like the way the Last Jedi kind of used it for a symbol of something as well. And I just don't really know what that is yet.
There has to be some sort of reason that they're just decided to change it to a red font.
Yeah. And the reason why the runtime for this one went a lot longer, and there was a lot more references of Revenge of the Sith in this one than most of the other episodes in this new season as well. Because for this last season, it's supposed to actually like hook up with Revenge of the Sith.
I don't know. It's hard for me because at that I can't really like jump into season 7 of Clone Wars. I haven't really seen all of it. I don't want to be lost, but I mean, it's definitely something interesting that they just decided to like, we're gonna do a
really
longer episode.
About this one is in this episode, they
someone's upset.
Yeah. In this one, because again, Ahsoka's no longer the Jedi Order, so she has no command over the clones. But Anakin gives a command of a few of the clones that he kind of separates his troops, 501st, and gives his captain, which is Rex, one of the main clones, permission to help Ahsoka in this one mission because she's helping the Mandalorians because Maul is still like a criminal overlord of the Mandalorians. So they're trying to free their people. And that's what I really, really love about it because it takes me back to the Mandalorian in some of those stories, especially with the black saber and all that stuff. So, again, it's just something I just thought of. I was just real curious about what the purpose of, and maybe it has some tie-in with this as well.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure maybe as the season comes to an end, it'll all kind of make sense.
Or even this storyline.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing that I love about the Clone Wars is that within one season it can have like 3 or 4 different storylines that that you get in one season.
Yeah. That's what I hear about this season. That it kind of like there's a lot of storylines, kind of hard to follow. That's at least what I heard. But I mean, you're saying it's good, so I guess it's just to each his own. Like you either like it or you don't. For it being the last season, hopefully it.
I really do hope it ends on a high note, even though we know where it's going to end, and we've already seen the prequels. Obviously, the prequels are available.
It ends in a way. Hopefully, it ends in a way that opens up a door for something else. Not necessarily another Clone Wars season, but
no, because obviously
else.
This is going to be the last one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause it's gonna be the last Clone Wars, and no need to like.
But even after watching, because I finally finished Rebels a while back, and I would have really loved to see. Instead of what they did with Resistance, Star Wars Resistance, I would have really loved to see in the same animation as Rebels and Clone Wars, a Sabine and Ahsoka backstory or spin-off of some sort.
Don't they go looking for Ezra?
Yeah, because they go looking for Ezra.
I haven't finished it, but I've heard
and it's also after the Battle of Endor.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely something that they could do with that.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely excited still for second season Mandalorian because the last time we talked about it, we're getting our first live action.
Yes,
Ahsoka.
Yes, and there has been talks that. Remember how we talked about before that Sasha Banks was rumored, or it hasn't been confirmed, I don't think, but been rumored to have been casted as in a part for
the
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
There have been like some rumors like, oh, what if she's playing Sabine?
That would be badass because of her hair color. Because if you watch Rebels, Sabine always has a different hair color,
which would be badass. But also, she's a wrestler, which I'm not saying like all wrestlers are bad actors, but it's just like there hasn't been much of a good track record. With the exception of John Cena, Batista, maybe not John Cena.
Not even just with wrestlers,
with the exception of The Rock.
With,
Batista, and maybe John Cena here and there.
Even with like UFC fighters that have gone into acting. That
Gina Carano, she's a UFC fighter.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say because I thought she did really good in The Mandalorian, but apparently she got a lot of backlash.
Like
too.
I think there's a movie she was in, Haywire, to where she has a part, but they dubbed over her voice because it just wasn't that good. Like she was still finding her legs as an actress. So they dubbed over her voice. So in Haywire, it's not really her voice.
Yeah.
She's also in Fast and Furious.
Deadpool.
Yeah. In Deadpool, she was pretty cool.
She didn't really have that much line. She just had to play a badass. That was it, pretty much.
She did. Superhero landing.
Yeah. Superhero landing.
But yes. So I heard that like, what if Sasha Banks is playing Sabine? Like, oh, that'll be fucking cool. Like,
that would be cool, but that's a big role to also fill.
That's what I'm saying. A big role for someone who we've never seen act. in a show or a movie. I love Sasha Banks. She's like one of my favorite women's wrestler right now. But it's just like I don't know. I don't know her. How she is.
Is she gonna? Yeah. We never seen.
I'm hoping for the best
because she doesn't have anything else to kind of back her up in.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But we've starting to reach that tail end of the show. We got about 2 minutes left. So, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you are watching, thank you guys so much. If you aren't watching, then you should. How you do that? You go to YouTube, search Geeking and Drinking. You go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Download the Anchor app and listen to us on audio. Give a thumbs up, give a like, leave a comment. share, subscribe, all that stuff. Like I said, you do all that, it helps us out. Sponsors see that, they like what they see.
It gives me 32 cents in my pocket.
Hell yeah. So we appreciate everybody who listens, and continue to show support. Not only that, but show support for your local breweries or breweries in general. We got a couple here from I said the Rainbow Sherbet sour from Prairie Artisan Ale, Oklahoma City. We got the Redbud strawberry raspberry Berlin Weisse from Independence in Austin, Texas, and we have the raspberry squeeze, which is a raspberry lemonade sour from our friends at World Net Brewing Co. Check them out. All the links are down in the description below. Check out Slim's Inc. for more merch, all your tattoo needs. Check out Steven's Instagram. Check out our Instagram, our Facebook. We're not really active on Twitter, so we're going to do that.
Yeah.
But guys, check out all these beers and show them your love, show us your love, and everybody else. And we hope you guys are doing really good out there. Hopefully, we help you guys escape. For Steven, I'm Eddie, and speaking and drinking. Cheers.
Cheers.